What is up, YouTube? We're back. We got a new microphone, so everything is gonna be amazing from now on with the sound quality and the video quality, hopefully. Make sure the camera is always still up. So, I checked the last time it was a bad angle. But anyways, today we're hitting chest and triceps. I'm gonna show you everything I do for fucking chest and triceps, and we're gonna go heavy. So when I go heavy, I will start the day with bench press. So, I do bench press just for fun now, but we're gonna see how many times we can wrap 140 kilograms. So wait for me and we're gonna go outside soon. Regarding the pre-workout, no pre-workout we're taking. I just took a skip of creatine and 1 scoop of beta-alanine, and that's it. I carved up well before and I rested a bit. I took a nap, and now it's almost 7 o'clock, so I hopefully the gym is gonna be less crowded. But yeah, let's begin. Yeah, so by the way, I flipped the camera, so I was when I was recording, but you might notice I was talking way too fast, but that's because I'm listening to my own music while I'm speaking to you, which is amazing, that I can do that. But anyways, let me show you the microphone I got. It's DJI Mic Mini, which is pretty solid microphone, for the price I got it. It's 79 euros I paid for it, from the official website, and it arrived in less than 24 hours, from Germany, which is crazy fast to Lithuania, Anyways, so let's just hit outside. And I'm just gonna pause the video now, and once I go outside I will connect again to you. See you soon. Okay guys, so we're out on the run. So now I just have my headphones. The workout starts from now. Basically I'm just gonna walk to the gym fast and also get my mind locked in. I'm just gonna think about me fucking lifting heavy ass weight. Just imagine it. Get a bit delusional, because that helps me when I show up there. I'm just ready. Every fucking time I walk here, I just fucking say to myself when I'm looking at this view, fucking trust the process. Be that one fucking guy, man. Because what a fucking privilege is to be alive and get the chance to fucking train and destroy your body to get bigger. So don't waste your fucking potential, lock the fuck in, guys. So as I said, I try to keep my heart rate between 130 and 140 beats per minute while I'm walking to the gym, so I can consider it as a warm-up. But yeah, man, look at this fucking view. The sunset is amazing, and it's a bit not so much traffic, but it's all right. Anyways, I'll see you soon at the gym. All right, guys, hopefully you can hear me. So I'm gonna start warming up here. The full body, I will show you what I do for warming up. And the thing is, the only thing I'm gonna add to this upstairs is the adduction and the abduction for the rotator cuffs, which are from from outside to inside and vice versa with the cable, So you grab the cable maybe on the machine, you do like this on the cable machine, then you turn like this and you do it the opposite way. So you have tension on both abduction and adduction for the rotator cuffs, and also the pullovers with the lats. Remember that machine we do like this? It's good warm up for the lats. But I will show you what I warm up now. I'm just gonna go grab a stick and we can just begin our warm up. So the first thing I do before anything at all is just I just want to look at the camera so I can see where the hell I should be standing. Yeah, maybe I should be standing something here, and I can just demonstrate for you guys. So basically what I do first is try to open my chest up, just dynamic stretching, and that's what we're focusing on. Then I rotate my arms inside and outside, so you can see how my shoulders comes forward. So I do these movements for 6-7 times. Then slowly I do the clockwise rotations on my arm. I draw a big circle, and I start with the small ones, and I go bigger and bigger and bigger. So the whole point is warming up. Then I switch this circle, you know? Okay, then I do this. So what basically I'm doing is trying to get every single possible movement that can be done with the chest, the arms and shoulders, you know, done and checked out to see if there's any pain. And based on the pain, we can optimize our workout or like see if we can do an actual workout or not. And then I just flex my biceps and flex my triceps, like, you know, do like this. Just get like your body pumped up, move. Also the hips, even though we're not training like lower body, but I like to keep my whole body warmed up. Think about it like, you know, a Bugatti fucking car on the, you know, that is about to do like, you know, race. It doesn't go just like if the wheels are ready, but the engine is cold. You have to warm up everything. The same thing with the workout and your body. You need to get everything ready. So, secondly, I just grab like, you know, a bar like this. It can be metal, like, you know, or timber. But as for now, I'm just grabbing the timber here because it's the only one available. And look what I'm gonna do. Gonna stand in the mirror so you can see, like, I will go as wide as possible, lift my arm up, and stretch it like this. And I do this for 10 times. Then I'll just grab it and I will imagine like I'm benching. And I do like this. And the chest is pushed outside. You see what I mean? Then I'll grab the bar from here and I'll lift my arm up like this. You can see. Then like this. So like here I'm getting ready for like the bench. I'm just like seeing, is it comfortable? And I just warm up the muscle and I'm telling the muscle, hey, you're gonna be doing this exercise soon. Okay, now let's warm up the hamstrings and the lower back. So I will go with my feet as wide as my shoulders and I will just bend down like this. Let me just go here. And like I try to keep my back as straight as possible while I'm doing this one. So why I'm keeping my back as straight as possible, I'm trying to lock my knee, is to feel my hamstrings. Then I will unlock my back and let it stretch all the way this time. You see? So we need to work on the mobility, guys. Don't forget that. It's very important. You need to be very flexible. So one more thing we add to make sure that we're warmed up. Let me see if you can see the floor, guys. I will just do it on the mattress because it's very visible. So look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go down here, keep my knee locked and take like this. Here, push up, narrow once and up. That's one. And I'm gonna do like 5. So, right, think we're pumped up. Our heart rate is 150. So, you know, that's what I call a real warm up to begin with. And don't forget, I'm just still have to add 3 more essential ones. The rotator cuffs, the abduction and adduction, plus the lats pullover, as the one I showed you. And since we're doing chest and triceps, so it's good maybe to warm up the chest and the pecs with the cable machine or the fly machine. Just do 1 set of flies like this with the cable. And triceps, you can just push 1 set of tricep push down or overhead extension with the triceps, but just 1 to warm up, because you don't want to make your warm up, you don't want to make your warm up a workout, otherwise you will lose all the energy, especially because like we want to go heavy for the first thing. You know, adduction, so you're adding to the body like this. And as I said, we switch like this, so you can do the opposite side. And now the other hand, same thing. And we switch. We're gonna grab this cable like this, and we're gonna imagine, like, you know, I have a straight bar going from my humerus all the way to my shoulder blades. And I'm gonna just, like, you know, bend it like this. And the same thing, like, can do like this here as well. And I switch arms. So the reason is why we warm up so much of the rotator cuffs and the shoulders is because they are very important when it comes, you know, for the upper body, as they connect, you know, your fucking arms to the body. So the connection has to be very warmed up. So, blood pumping. And you see, the point is to squeeze it and hold it for a second. So yeah, that was a nice pump. And since this machine is free, I can do my fly machines, my fly exercise like this here. 6. Like it's the same. And into like this. So what I'm trying to do is stretch the pecs as much as possible, and I bend my elbows inside when I'm doing that, and then I bring them straight while pushing my chest outside. Yeah, basically that was all for the warm-up. Let's begin with the first exercise, and we're gonna do bench press. So like, I just set up the whole thing, put the 3 plates ready for me so I don't have to struggle finding ones. And we warmed up, I showed you the warm-up. So the first thing is I'm gonna do is just like find this position of sitting down. So just sit on the bench, watch your head to not hit it, and then I'm gonna grab the bar. I pick the black one here, and I go on the ring, kind of, you know, the first ring, and I grab the bar like this. I make the eye contact with the bar. I go down, I squeeze my shoulder blades, you know, then the feet are like this. So like the only 2 touch points I'm gonna have is between my shoulder blades and my butt cheeks. So like my back is kind of arched and there is like space here between. So as I said, bars on the eye level, shoulder blades are squeezed. Then look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna imagine that I lift the bar, and I'm gonna imagine like I'm gonna bend it. So my elbows are gonna be tucked in inside, and when I go down, I go slowly and I push it up. That's what we call a good form on bench. But you can go wider if you want to hit more chest. But for me, this is amazing because I can balance between chest and the triceps. So maybe for you guys, you have to go a bit lower with the weights. For me, like 60 is a nice warm up. Since I have been, you know, warming up very good, and it's been like my kind of warm up. Why I do the bar empty is just to see the form, if everything feels nice for me. So I don't really need to rush between these warm ups because it's not getting heavy yet. So as I said, I adjust the arm first, I level, lift it up, we go down slowly, pause, and push. So make sure you hold your breath, but I'm talking to you, so explain. So basically something like that. Now I'm gonna go 100. So when I go to 100 kgs, I like to put what's so called the wrist straps, because I'm not gonna risk an injury. The thing is, with wrist straps, you cannot really improve the strength of it very quickly, because it's just like, you know, tendons and ligaments and your nerves passing from here, no muscles. So you gotta be careful with that. Gonna post the video then we start later. So we're back. Just one more thing with the bench at this point. So like when you sit on the bench, you don't want to have your elbows too flared up here. You want to have it tucked in, like 45 degrees when you push here. And imagine you're bending the bar, and this imagination is gonna help you squeeze your shoulder blades. Of course you cannot bend it, but just like the movement of it changes your muscle position. So remember, now we can go heavier. I just need a lift off and I want you to spot me.
Okay.
It's not a PR, I'm just going till failure. Okay. So like, when I tell you up, then lift it up. You ready? Up. Thanks, man. That was fucking impressive. 7 reps. Yeah, definitely the strength went up, but that's the point of fucking locking in 45 kgs. Gonna see how many reps we can do now. Come on. Lock in. So, for the second set, as we said, we're gonna try to focus more on the form, with the elbows more tucked in. The question is like, is it necessary to use wrist straps? For me, I like it so I don't injure my wrist, as I said. But let's not talk much while I'm training, otherwise I will lose my focus. So, like this. This is a good form. Shit. So basically that was the form that I was supposed to do with the first one. Trying to keep the elbows more tucked in and try to touch the dumbbells on the shoulders so we can get the deepest stretch on the pecs that is possible to cause more micro tears, And I try to pause like a bit, then I push it all. So there's no momentum, used when I bounce it back. Anyways, fly machine. This machine is amazing as it's like one of the primary movements for the pecs. Your chest, upper and lower. And the thing is, like with the upper chest, people underestimate or actually overestimate the size of it. It's actually a very small one, and it goes from the sternum clavicle bones all the way here, but it's fucking tiny. You can look it up. It's not as big as people think are, but the lower pec or major pectoralis, that's the biggest one. But we're gonna hit this machine with a specific movement so I can actually squeeze it and isolate it. So make sure you adjust the pad as much as possible. If you can adjust the pad on your machine, and the height, I will tell you how to adjust it. and I go like, you know, as wide as possible with this one. So I will set, look what I'm gonna do. The same thing always, squeezing my shoulder blades back. I can put my butt cheeks a bit more on the, you know, towards the seat, and I'm like doing this here. So I'm not moving my arm like this. I want to bend my elbow so I can go deeper here. I can stretch it more for the pecs. Then I can push it here like this. So look, basically, you see like how I'm doing? And I squeeze my shoulder blades, my shoulders are back, and I do like this. Here, open it, and again. And trust me, you're gonna feel it so much instead of like, you know, doing like this. This is wrong. You know, I see many people doing this, and like you're using your shoulders doing this, but look at the difference here. And if you keep your elbows locked, you can't just like open it as much as here, you know? But if you tuck it, you can go very deeper. So this is a very good adjustment for me. So I will just go up with the weight, and we're gonna do 2 sets as I said. So that was almost like 7 reps with 90 kgs. Definitely the weight is going a bit lower than usually. I can't full stack it sometimes, but since the training has been intense from the beginning, I had to drop a bit of the weights. All right, so triceps, it's like, you know, you got 3 heads. You got the lateral head, you got the long head, and you got the medial head. So this exercise, triceps push down, it's more focused for the triceps, the short head, or the lateral head, sorry, the one that is popping. And you need to make sure while you do this exercise is to have your shoulders and shoulder blades squeezed behind you. Not like, I don't want to see like this thing. You just have to grab it and push it here and squeeze it, you know. Not just like push it, but you have to squeeze the muscle so you can feel it. So with this exercise you can hit the lateral head of the triceps, and for the long head you can just keep otherwise the same grip, or we can just lower it, change this one, and we can grab the rope. I'm just gonna lower the weight a bit when I'm demonstrating, and we can grab it like this, and we do like here. So see, what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna keep my elbows not so wide, but I'm gonna tug them in and lift them up. So when I do like this, I'm gonna stretch as much as possible, and then you're gonna feel your long head burning. So go up, squeeze it, down, and hold it. And look how I'm even grabbing it, because the weight is light. But the thing is, with this exercise especially, now I'm starting to feel my ulnar nerve. So that's why I put my elbow wraps, because my ulnar nerve slides, or like, you know, disclicks from its place. It just like goes outside. So I put like, you know, elbow wraps to keep it in place. Otherwise it's gonna hurt me a lot. So this is for the long head, and for the medial head, we can just change this one with just like a grip like this one. And what we are gonna do is this one here. You're gonna grab it like this, and weights are too heavy. Like this. You see? So you pull it and you push it away from your body and you squeeze it. And then you're gonna feel it. So we can work with these 3 exercises, you know, but this is just if you really want to target every specific head. But for me, I just like to do the overhead extension as I hit all of them at the same time. So let me just rest a bit, then I can start. We squeeze the triceps, we hold it, go down, and again. So this was a nice one for the lateral head. Now we're gonna change it to focus on the long head, and that's like, you know, the tricep extension. So we turn and I try to squeeze my arm together, push it up, down, up. My hand slipped, but that was a good one. Now I can just switch for some medial head focused exercises. Guys, I'm gonna show you a trick while doing the medial head for the triceps that I just completely forgot. I just remembered it now. Look, I have this thing where, like, you know, you can put it, I don't know what they call it, this kind of thing with a hinge. You can just buy it from Amazon. So all you need is this one and a ball or something to grab to or onto, and maybe you can use a handle instead just to grab it. But I don't know if it's an overkill, but I like the way it squeezes instead of just having a grip like that and just like squeezing this movement. So basically what I'm gonna do is gonna touch myself to the machine, obviously. Now, might need to just lower it a bit. Let me just see. And I will just grab it and squeeze here. So the point is, I wanna keep my arm tucked to my body, and I will open it and I will rotate my fist towards that side while I'm doing this. So this weight is kinda not so heavy. I can probably go to 11.5. Three. Sheesh. That was very nice. So, tips. If you can guess what I'm listening to is crazy. I'm just listening to Rich Piana. I like his fucking mindset. The point is, he won and you lost. I love this like fucking song. Or this edit with him. He's talking about like, how can I get bigger? Just fucking eat more, man. So, again, you don't really need the elbow wraps, but it just, you know, for the sake of my ulnar nerve. And what we're trying to do now is not like your conventional dips. We don't want to just focus on the triceps, but we want to hit the pecs, your chest. So let me show you how we're gonna do that. So you don't want to just like go down like here, because that's just like, you know, mostly triceps. But we want to lean forward with our legs on the top. Am I recording? Yeah. So look, just gonna do like this, lean forward, squeeze your shoulder blades behind, go down, stretch, push up. Again, stretch as deep as possible and push. So even for me, it's pretty fucking hard. I just weighed it myself and I'm weighing 103 kilos. So it's still impressive to do dips at this weight. Anyways, gonna do it 2 times more. Maybe I'll just like push a bit, see like how is dip up. Okay guys, so pump check here. Oof. That's fucking amazing. The arm is popping like crazy, the triceps, the chest. Check the other side. Now that's a real workout, I would call. Now the only thing you needed left is to do some stretches, you know, for the pecs, for the back, for everything, you know. Now we can just head home, eat our meal and call it a day. So hope you enjoyed the workout, and
Probably the quality was way much better this time than the last time. Anyways, let me just put my shirt again on and I will show you how I stretch. All right, so just need to pack my stuff to the stretch. But I think it was a very nice workout. So the thing is why it's important to stretch is because we increase the circulation again to the muscles we worked. So there's going to be a better recovery. And also like you stretch the muscle fibers so they can get back to its normal position. So it reduces also the muscle soreness by a lot and also decreases the risk of, what do we call it, muscle injury. And this stretches has to be basically static stretches while we do this. So like as you can see now, I'm just stretching my pecs. Now for the triceps, I just put my arm behind me and push it like this behind to get as much as stretch as possible. And yeah, so I really liked coming at this time. You know, it was not very crowded at the gym. Met some friends, but still it wasn't as crowded as the last time. Now it's nice to decompress the back. So just hold myself, relax my shoulders and grab like this. And we don't forget to do just like a bit of dynamic stretching here and there. So basically with this workout, sometimes I add one exercise, take one. Usually like I add one more of this chest press machine, like otherwise with the plates on, or like, what do you call it? The machine with just like chest press, but it's just on the isolated machine instead of the plates. But it just depends on how heavy I can go. Like if I go just like 3 sets of just 80% all out, then yeah, probably will add one more exercise. But also like I'm keeping track of the time, it's 9 o'clock. And the last 3 hours before sleeping, probably gonna sleep late today because I had an intense workout. I don't recommend you to train very intensely before you sleep, at least 4 hours before to increase your sleep quality because it's important for recovery. So like I have to pop some melatonin pills and zinc and magnesium tonight so I can try to compensate for this delay. And try to be in your bed at 10 o'clock. I'm saying this kind of counter, what's the word? Counter, you know, when you say something then you do the opposite. Anyways, let me just pack my bag and make sure guys when you come to the gym, clean up the mess after you. Return the plates where they belonged. This is a place for everyone, not for, only for you. And you know the spot, the guy who spotted me, he was a chill guy. I asked him if I can record and he said yes, and of course if he didn't, I would otherwise stop recording or found another guy. But yeah, also have to respect that. You know, I like to keep a small bag with me at the gym because I can just put my stuff so like I don't throw it everywhere and my equipments are all over the place. And the only thing I forgot to bring today with me was the towel, and it was like, yeah, okay. But it is what it is. It would have been nicer if I had more time so I could do like extra cardio today. But since we're running out of time, we'll just like walk at a fast pace home and we're chilling. But we still have to eat some protein. For the breakfast today I had 4 eggs, boiled eggs, plus tortilla breads I guess, with 100 grams of tuna. And I guess that's like 4 eggs is around 24 grams of protein. 100 grams of tuna is give or take 30. So that's like 50-ish. So I need to get now 100 grams of protein at least to hit my bare minimum protein intake. Because like, you know, I don't want to eat like a very heavy meal this late. Otherwise, the sleeping quality isn't going to be as good. Now the question is, where's my fucking watch, man? Yeah, I guess somebody lost their watch. No, here it is. I always take my watch off my wrist while I'm doing push because I have the AirPods Pro, the 3rd generation, so I can track my workout. But like, also keep in mind guys, with the watch, if it says you burned 1,000 calories in your workout, that's like, you know, not very accurate. Even if you put your age, your height, your weight, everything on these details, it can be like off by 30%. So if it says like 1,000, I would say like it was 600 to be on the safe side, so you won't overeat. So that was pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I will just go walk home, take a shower. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video today. It was probably better quality and better sound for sure. And yeah, don't forget to drop a comment and share it with your friend. See you next time.